Hey guys, you want to take on the mighty Zulrah, but you don't know how to do it or where to start? Let me show you how with gear and consumable that you can easily obtain even as an Ironman. Either you want to fight him because you want to make gold, or because you are an Ironman and you need loot from him to upgrade your gear. This guide is focused on mid-level easy accessible gear that will give you the most chance to get your first KC. Also guys, don't forget to like, subscribe and activate your notification bell to be sure to be the first to catch on my new video. It's also the best way to help me grow and show me that I'm making a good job. On the requirement now. I will recommend having at least 80 HP, 80 range, 80 magic, and 76 agility to be able to use the step from the fairy ring to Zul-andra. You must have started Fairy Tail 2 up to the point you get permission from Fairy Godfather to use the fairy ring. This is the best way to get to Zul-andra, as this will save you a lot of money on teleport and it's closer than Port Terrace. Be sure to have completed your Mage Training Arena 2 for your Imbued God Cape. It's easy, it's fast, and it's super worth. Completion of Underground Pass to be able to access the Western Province. Completion of Regicide quest to be able to fight Zulrah. You will then need to offer yourself as a sacrifice by talking to High Priestess Zul-andra to fight Zulrah for the first time. Completion of Roving Elf quest if using the Crystal Bow. And guys, please, go download the Zulrah Helper plugin from the plugin hub on RuneLite. It's an amazing tool and I strongly recommend it to learn the rotation. I did use it for at least 150 KC. For the gear you will need a mage and range switch. I strongly recommend going with the Barrow's equipment as it's not that hard to get even on a Ironman and give you some good defense and accuracy bonus. Instead of the carriel, you can always bring the God hide top and bottom depending on which you got first. I strongly recommend going with a Trident of the Sea and any book you got the page for. You can use either a crystal bow or a rune crossbow depending on which one you got first. Bring 2 Ring of Recoil. If you can get the Ring of Suffering, I strongly recommend it as it gives more defense and prevents you from having to worry about your Ring of Recoil crumbling, but it can be kinda hard to get and costly even on a main character. Bring the Arceuus spell book with Book of Dead and bring room to cast the highest Thrall spell you have, a ranging potion, 1 prayer potion, and 2 anti-poison. As an Ironman, you can simply buy them from Jimira's jungle store at Taibowana or loot them from a chest in the observatory dungeon, but they will only be 1 dose, so I do recommend buying from Jimira. A diamond staff and a method to get out in case of emergency. You can also use a ring of dueling after the fight to restore at Ferox Enclave. I don't recommend going with anything lower than that, because if your KC is too long, the difficulty increases as in the second rotation you will have some random spawn. Taking a bit of time to get the item above will improve a lot your chance to do your first KC. Zulrah can appear in 3 different forms. When in his serpentine form, he would attack you with range attack only. Pray range and switch to your mage gear to attack him. When in his Tanzanite form, he will attack you with mage and sometime range. Pray mage and switch to your range gear to attack him. Be ready to double hit if he attacks you with a range attack and you fall under 56 HP by clicking on a shark, quickly followed by a Karambwan, like this. When in his magma form, he will only attack you in melee and is super easy to avoid by either using a safe spot near the 2 pillar or by using the 2 tile to avoid the melee attack on both sides of the island depending on which phase of which rotation you are. Just wait for him to waggle his tail while looking at you, click on the other marked tile close by and he won't hit you. The Zulrah Helper plugin will be your best friend to let you know in which rotation you are, where the next bound will be, and where to position yourself. Play around with it before going in. It's super easy to understand and you can even keybind it. You simply have to click on the position you see Zulrah spawning in the plugin, so it shows you the next place he will spawn and in which form. The position you see in the plugin are the same as the tile I'm using. Be sure to copy them in the description below. You will always enter the shrine while wearing your mage gear, as Zulrah will always be in green form when starting. At the start of the fight, run toward the right side of the island. You don't need protection prayer for the first phase. It will never attack directly at the start. Rather, Zulrah will fill the area with Venom Cloud, leaving the tip on the east and west side clear. After filling up the area with Venom Cloud, Zulrah will dive into the swamp and continue on one of the 4 rotations. Important point to focus on. Learn the rotation. Zulrah has 4 different rotations, and it's essential to learn them to be able to defeat it efficiently. Being able to tell where Zulrah will spawn next and in which form should be your priority. This way you can pray accordingly and attack him with the right gear, thus avoiding the most damage possible while doing the most you can. Be ready for Zulrah next spawn when you go underwater. Start by switching prayer, then move to the next spot while switching your gear. Keep an eye on your health. Zulrah can hit up to 41 damage and his minion can hit up to 15 damage. Try to stay above 56 HP at all time to avoid being killed. Zulrah is not an easy boss to learn at first, as it's probably the first boss you will be doing that combine gear switch, brace switch, and moving around a lot. Thankfully, you can now learn Zulrah without paying any fee to recover your gear until you're 15 KC. If you die, you just have to go back to the priestess Zul'andra at the dock near the rowboat to reclaim your item. Pretty sure that's how we say that. If you die a second time anywhere without reclaiming your item first, you will lose them. Watch out. You will have a Jad Phase toward the end of every rotation that will attack you with both range and mage attack. Like Jad, but way quicker. If you spawn on the right, it's gonna be range attack first, then mage. If you spawn on the left, it's gonna be mage attack first, then range. Like Jad, you want to switch your prayer before he launches attack. Example, if the Jad Phase spawn on the right, be sure to have your range prayer before he attack you. Then switch your prayer to Mage Protect as soon as you see his range attack being launched. Then switch back to Range Protect when you see his magic attack being launched, and vice versa. At the end of every rotation, if you haven't killed him and you go in a new rotation, Zulrah will once again appear in the middle of the shrine in its serpentine form. However, Zulrah will now attack the player with range attacks several times before filling the area with Venom Cloud. If you enter in a second rotation, it may become more difficult, as it will have some random spawn. If that happens, you can either teleport out and retry, or you can always use the pillar to line of sight a phase and wait for the next one. If you encounter a random Jad Phase that takes you by surprise in the second rotation, don't panic. Put your prayer on the first tile he will attack you with. Eat, tank the next hit, and then start switching your prayer for the Jad Phase like usual. To conclude, don't get discouraged if it takes you a couple tries to kill him. Zulrah is definitely not an easy boss at first, as I said, but you will find yourself being able to kill him more consistently way quicker than you think. Once you kill him and start to understand the mechanic and get better at switching, you will really enjoy him and feel rewarded by your hard work. Thanks a lot for watching my video. I hope my guide can help you get your first KC, and if it did, please tell me in the comment below. Until next time, guys.